Good
Morning,
morning.
Mr. Carnell. You have 5 minutes whenever you're ready.
It's actually Carnell.
Sorry, Mr. Carnell, you have
Yes.
5 minutes whenever you're ready. I apologize.
No, not a problem. I guess I'm here because I'm actually the living of this actual thing. I actually previously worked for 27 years at a company, and it was doomed after we started outsourcing, and it ended up overseas, and so it was a long career, 27 years. So I haven't seen too many jobs. It's my second job in my life is with the City of Toronto, full-time job that is, or part-time. I started with the city in 2009 as a part-time cleaner. After a couple of years and some hard work, I became a full-time temporary employee. So again, at this point, it gave me some ability to plan out the rest of my working days and time with the family. But due to some cuts and contracting out in 2012, it has all changed. And at my age, that's changes as easy. I was given the choice of layoff or go back to the part-time unit. I chose the part-time unit as I sit in front of you today. What this has meant to me is I no longer have the same ability to plan my life and my family's life due to non-reliable work. And when I say that, I mean I used to work, and at times now I still work close to full-time hours as a cleaner. But at any time, I could be changed to 10 hours or 15 hours a week. And it has a huge impact on your planning for your life. Also, along with that, there's obviously wage losses, benefit losses, pension reduction. Benefits costs actually go up when you lose work, so that's a double whammy. So as your hours go down, your cost of benefits go up. And of course, with loss of hours. But with that said, I'm still very lucky compared to others. My fear as a father and a grandfather is what's in the future for our young workers, our young families, and our new families. These groups and more are the future of our city. They are just starting out and face hard times if things do not improve. Things such as unreliable work, poor wages, poor working condition, and this one speaks to my heart as family time. There's absolutely no time to plan for your family if you don't know when you're working. I work with several people that work 3 jobs because they don't know when to work, when they're going to work, hours are coming from. It's unfair to the worker, it's unfair to the workplace. They want to be committed, but they cannot be committed because the city will not commit to them. We are the City of Toronto. I believe that. I lived in the City of Toronto all my life. We have to lead in this fight to ensure this happens and we stay a world-class city to work and live. I'll speak to the job itself. Since the cuts and contracting out, we have seen a decline of care and cleaning. It has become more acceptable. It's an awful thing to say, is just do the basics. Workloads have increased and the hours have been reduced. This does not sit well with me, and I know does not sit well with most. We are here to do a job, and we are proud of our job to do. The service we provide is very important to us. As far as the job quality assessment tool, what it means to me is that there'll be no one work, just not for myself and for others, and if there happen to be contracted out for them, but you can actually plan your life. Life is very important, family is very important. You'll know your set hours, a number of hours, know your schedule. Can you imagine not knowing if you're working next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? It's not a way to go through life. Decent benefits and good working conditions. And I think we spoke to health and safety and all that kind of stuff. As we know, as it gets subbed out, the levels of care go down, and so does the levels of safety and everything else. Really, that's all I have to say today. I just employ that to really think that people, I actually was up at the TPS, I think they call it now, it used to be EMS, last week, and the commander up there spoke so well, and he spoke of the employees. He said they have lives too, and that's the most important thing. They have family lives and they have lives, and they should be taking care of the people of the city of Toronto, because we are the city of Toronto. And I appreciate the time I was given here today.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Carnell. Councillor McConnell, I saw your hand. You had a question?
Yes, I do. First of all, I want to thank you. It was really a very moving deputation, and I think that when we hear it from people who are living it, it helps to understand how our decision-making happens and what we need to do. I wanted to know, when you were full-time, what was your location?
I actually work out of police headquarters,
Yes,
so it's 40 hours a week, and probably right now I'm still working 40 hours a week, but
Yes.
the huge difference is that next week I could be working 10 hours.
right. So,
That is the fear.
yes, and I recall that that was a saving to the budget of about $2 million, which we fought over and over and over again, and then finally came in. But at the moment, what I heard is a sense of pride has been lost. Is that correct amongst your fellow workers?
I believe so. I think there's a sense of pride, and like I said, I've spent 27 years myself at a previous job, so obviously I'm not a job
Yes.
seeker. I dedicate myself to family and to my job. But yes, there's been some pride loss, thinking that they were setting us up, I hate to say it, set us up to fail,
Yes,
not giving us tools to do our job. We want to do our job. We're proud of our jobs. We just want to be given the chance and the proper time to do our jobs.
right. And what has been the extent of, on your fellow workers around stress?
Huge. Like I said, there's many, you see it in the workplace. It used to be a decent workplace, and still is a decent work, don't get me wrong, but the stress, people are picking up their second job. Some people are picking up a third job. So obviously the quality of life, just to live, has gone down. I mean, it's just unbelievable. These guys get to work just in time to do another 5, 6 hours work, 7 hours work, and then we're off to another workplace. I don't know how. I mean, I'm lucky. I'm on the twilight of my career.
Yes,
But these young families, how they make it through, I'll never know. I'll never know how they spend time with their kids. For me now, it's my grandkids.
yes.
But the stress is just unbelievable.
And I suppose also the tiredness, because if not for you perhaps, but for others who are just trying to manage more than one job.
More than one job, and actually the workloads have gone up because the hours have been decreased, so they're asked to do more in less time, and they want to hold on to that, keep their work level up, because we do not want to see these jobs going anywhere. We want to do our jobs, so yes.
Thank you. And as you know, I was the chair of the Police Services Board,
yes.
and our cleaning staff were always quite remarkable, and it very much upset me when we went to losing those very dedicated workers. Thank you for
Thank you.
your story. Thank you.
So I'm trying to understand, there were some recommendations made by the Audit Committee earlier in the year, and it had to do with workloading and using an industry standard. Have you changed, or has the city changed how workloading is assessed and how many hours are assigned? Are they doing that already?
I haven't seen anything, to be honest, of that. All I know is when I started at headquarters, I believe it was 2 years ago, there was like 8 full-timers and 4 part-timers, which is a certain amount of hours, and now it's reversed. It's now part-timers doing less hours and far less full-timers. So my simple answer is no. We're not getting assessed to the work we're doing, and we're not able to do the job we want to do because of the hours. So no, I would say no, we're not giving it.
So how is your work allocated? Like, are you told what you need?
Yes, the work areas have not changed.
Yeah.
The amount of hours have been reduced in most cases.
Oh, I see. Just same work, fewer hours to do it in,
Yes.
which results in
Poor work conditions and not be able to do our
Quality
job.
slipping.
Quality slipping, yeah, I spoke to it. You know, the cleanliness has dropped, there's no doubt. People are trying their best. They're working 2 jobs, you know, and trying to do the job. But if you have 8 hours of work and you're given 6 or 7 hours to do it, that's all you can do.
Does anyone assess the cleanliness?
Well, we have a foreman on site and it works. I mean, Scott spoke to the police. I work in the police services. They're very thankful and they're very professional, but they see the difference. They understand what we're trying to do. We're trying to do our jobs, but they understand we're not given the time to do the jobs. So yes, they would see a little difference. I see the difference. So if I see the difference, they should see the difference.
But there's no formal way of identifying the quality or the quantity of cleaning going on that you're
No, I think I would speak to the assessment tool again, I guess. I think it spoke to the job quality assessment. We don't really have anything in place, no. There's nothing in place, no.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Thank you.